John Black has been at the very heart of Days of Our Lives for nearly 4 decades, a character whose courage, resilience, and unwavering moral compass have anchored some of the show's most unforgettable storylines. Yet, every legend must have its final chapter, and in 2025, the time has come for John's story to reach its dramatic conclusion. Today on TV Days Drama Digest, we delve into the intricacies of John Black's on-screen death, how it was conceived, the cinematic choices that led to this moment, and the high-stakes narrative that unfolds as John makes the ultimate sacrifice. A farewell decided in advance long before cameras rolled on the episodes that would see John Black's final act. Actor Drake Hodgson and the show's creative team knew that this departure had to be handled with the gravitas it deserved. Hodgson, who has embodied John since the mid-1980s, agreed to a storyline that would bring his character full circle. Exiting not with a whimper, but with an act of heroism befitting a man who has battled everything from supervillains to the most personal betrayals. Traditionally, Days of Our Lives operates on a 6-month production cycle. However, for this landmark storyline, the producers extended the lead time to 9 months. This gave writers, directors, and Hodgson himself ample opportunity to craft a farewell that would honor John's legacy, build suspense, and deliver a climax worthy of his mythic status in Salem. The shadow of Orpheus, a threat resurfaces. The catalyst for John's final mission is the return of one of his greatest adversaries, Orpheus, the master manipulator whose schemes have terrorized Salem on multiple occasions. Orpheus's reappearance is not merely a cameo, it signals the reactivation of a diabolical plot that threatens global catastrophe. According to ICE Intelligence, the international security alliance for whom John has worked for years, Orpheus has obtained the components for a makeshift nuclear device hidden within an unassuming facility in Eastern Europe. Against direct orders from the ICE brass, John Black elects to infiltrate the compound himself. He knows that only his unique blend of fieldcraft, martial prowess, and moral clarity can outwit Orpheus's henchmen and prevent a disaster that could claim millions of lives. Steve Patch Johnson and Marlena Evans, John's closest allies and on-screen family, plead with him to stand down. But John understands the stakes. Orpheus will not hesitate to activate the weapon if he senses a weakness. The infiltration into the lion's den in a series of tense, edge-of-your-seat episodes airing March 31st and April 1st. Viewers watch as John evades high-tech security measures, dismantles traps, and confronts Orpheus's loyal soldiers in brutal hand-to-hand combat. Each fight sequence is choreographed to showcase John's decades of experience. His calm under fire, his capacity to turn an opponent's strength against them, and his unwavering commitment to the mission. Yet with every victory, John grows more aware of the ticking clock embedded within the device's mechanism. It becomes clear that Orpheus designed the weapon with a dead man's trigger. If the device is tampered with, or if its containment field is disrupted, it will detonate. Worse still, the facility itself is rigged to self-destruct, ensuring that no evidence or survivors can escape. John's infiltration is a race not just to stop Orpheus, but to outmaneuver a doomsday scenario that demands split-second decisions and the utmost physical and emotional endurance. A scientist's last words, Dr. Carl Pilkington. As John battles through the labyrinthine corridors of the compound, he encounters Dr. Carl Pilkington, a brilliant nuclear physicist coerced by Orpheus into constructing the device. In a poignant, late-night scene bathed in the flickering glow of warning lights, Dr. Pilkington, gravely injured during an earlier skirmish, offers John crucial intelligence, the exact specifications of the device, its fail-safes, and the only method by which it can be rendered inert. But Pilkington's time is running out. With a tremor in his voice, he reveals that Orpheus has programmed the device to detonate if it detects a sudden change in temperature or pressure, standard protocols for nuclear weapons meant to prevent unauthorized tampering. Pilkington's final words to John are a blend of technical precision and human urgency. You have to submerge it in water deep enough that the cooling effect will prevent the chain reaction. You're the only one who can do it, John. You've got to trust yourself. Moments later, Pilkington collapses, his life slipping away amid the whir of failing generators. John, kneeling beside the dying scientist, swears to see the mission through, his face set in a mask of determined sorrow. The ultimate sacrifice. Into the depths armed with Pilkington's blueprint, John locates the device in the facility's central reactor chamber. Orpheus himself appears, gloating over John's presumed failure. A fierce showdown ensues, one that combines the philosophical duel between hero and villain with visceral combat. John's every move is calculated to buy time, to disable Orpheus's henchmen, and to prevent the villain from escaping with the device. With seconds to spare, John seizes the weapon and races toward a flooded maintenance shaft. He knows that submerging the device is the only way to neutralize it, but the shaft is too deep, too narrow for any rescue attempt. John locks eyes with Orpheus, delivering a final line that echoes his decades of heroism. "I'll see you in hell, Orpheus." Then, without hesitation, he plunges into the icy water, the device clutched in his arms. Aftermath and mourning. Salem's heartbreak. Back in Salem, Steve and Marlena, having received John's last transmission, race to the ISA command center, only to learn that John's signal has gone dark. Their grief is immediate and raw. Steve, his rugged exterior cracking for the first time in years, collapses into Marlena's arms, while she, ever the pillar of strength, struggles to maintain composure. The news spreads quickly through the community. John Black, hero of Salem, has seemingly given his life to save the world. A memorial service is announced, bringing together generations of characters who have been touched by John's courage. Bo Brady, Kate Roberts, and a host of others deliver eulogies that recount John's countless acts of bravery, from thwarting corporate corruption to facing down supernatural threats. Fans watch through tears as candles are lit, photos are displayed, and the iconic theme music swells in tribute to a man whose life embodied the highest ideals of heroism. Legacy and new beginnings. Even in death, John Black's influence reverberates. Marlena, inspired by John's sacrifice, vows to continue his work with the ISA, ensuring that his final mission was not in vain. Steve, grappling with his loss, finds new purpose in mentoring young agents, passing on John's wisdom and ensuring that the next generation will carry forward his legacy. For viewers, the storyline serves as a powerful reminder that soap operas can tackle grand themes: sacrifice, redemption, the fight between good and evil, while still delivering the personal, emotional moments that have defined days of our lives for decades. John's death is not merely an exit, it is a clarion call to all characters and fans alike to live boldly, love deeply, and stand unwaveringly in the face of darkness. In conclusion, A Hero's Farewell. John Black's departure from Days of Our Lives is one of the most ambitious and poignant storylines the show has ever attempted. Filmed 9 months in advance to ensure every detail was perfected, the arc brought together high-stakes espionage, nuclear peril, and the deeply personal drama that has made Salem a beloved escape for millions. As fans, we say goodbye to John with gratitude and sorrow, honoring his legacy of selflessness and courage. And as we watch Marlena, Steve, and the rest of Salem carry on without him, we know that John Black's spirit will live on, etched forever in the hearts of those who believe that true heroism lies in the willingness to give everything for the greater good. Thank you for joining us at TV Days Drama Digest. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.